Hello, fire signs. Welcome in. I'm doing your next week's message, which is your focus and blessings. So let's start with Aries. Aries, let's see what your focus is for the week. I'm using my beautiful Bloom deck. And, you know, Aries, your purpose in life is to find the light within yourself. And all those around you just see the glow. You know, and sometimes, you know, the light can go off for you because you're always trying to find something to do. You always got energy. You always got the initiative. And once you let go of the need to kind of always be the leader and try and help everybody, then it's when you start stepping into your own purpose. You start stepping into your own courage, your own honesty, and your own boldness. I think that is where the truth comes out for you. So let's see what you need to focus on this week. That was quite deep. And we've got spring, new beginnings. Oh, that's awesome. And I know that in the southern hemisphere we're still in winter, but spring is just around the corner, Aries. So this last sort of couple of weeks in August, you're offered new beginnings. This is such a beautiful card. I love this little river going into the enlightenment and the birds around there. So let's see how that fits in with your focus for the rest of the cards and your tarot cards. And you know, you're happiest when you're taking action with your ideas and achieving your goals and bravely going through life. You can push yourself to love yourself and to love your journey. But remember, you need to see your journey as yours, not necessarily always having to be there for everybody else. And you can try new things. So let's see, what is your focus for the week on the tarot? What is your perhaps possible challenges? And then what is your blessing for the week, Aries? And what's your focus? You've got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is the retirement card. So what Spirit is saying to you is, in this new beginnings, there is something that you need to see and maybe meet new people and try and that sparks your soul, because you are naturally exuberant with lots of energy and you're fulfilled with passion and you take charge when you lift others up along the way too. So this is a card to say to you, you know, your focus is on that. Your focus is on getting to the goals that just make you feel, oh, I've got there. I can take a spa day. All right. And then your possible challenges, you've got the Devil card. So the Devil card is your little mine, Aries, because that's not your happy place. Your happy place, hold on one sec. So I cut it because I had an interruption, and this is so interesting because this Devil card coming in as perhaps you have interruptions, you have sort of sidetracking. This Devil card is your possible challenge for the week, and this could be your attachments, how you sort of taken away from your goal, how somebody else's problems, somebody else's issues in your life, your family, perhaps there's somebody around in your circle that is just pulling you away from where you're happiest, and that's achieving your goals and adventures of your own true life. And you're learning as you go, you know, that sparks your soul. And because you're naturally jubilant, you've got that energy that will go for that. But there's also the side that can challenge you, that's maybe you take charge in the way that you're trying to help everybody else and you're distracted by all of that. And what Spirit is saying to you this week is, this is a week for you to go, you know what, I'm actually not going to get into that anymore. I'm so burdened by this. And the blessings coming up for you the week are 10 of Wands. Now, 10 of Wands isn't typically a blessing card, but what it's saying to you is that you're going to understand what is burdening you. And this Devil card coming here in the middle, don't be afraid of it though, but you can see she's got her hand in his heart and he's got his hand in her heart, like the attachment, the needing that other validation in life. And Aries, you know, you're not really, depending what your rising sign is, but you're not really somebody that wants to look for validation. But what Spirit is saying to you is that this week, this new beginnings card here is saying, you know, at the end of the day, it's spring. It's time for you to have that new feeling inside of you. Close your eyes and say, what does spring feel like for me? What does it feel like not to have all these burdens of everybody's luggage on my back? You can see this guy, he's trying to walk up the stairs here and he's really battling because he's got so much on his plate. So write down all the words that come to your mind that you think could be better for you, your new path, what you need to focus on, write that down and feel that awakening in your heart. Feel that as if you've been woken up, as if you've opened the windows and now all of a sudden all of the snow is cleared and the skies are clear and you can feel the soft sunshine on you and you can feel that it's just this new, you can even smell it. So I think this card here, your whole focus for the week that you've been waiting for, been coming for a long, long time, Aries. And your bottom of the deck, you've got the Magician. Now, Magician is another major arcana, and so is the devil. The Magician card is saying to you, Aries, everything that you do is your control. So don't allow yourself to get stuck into everybody else's SH1T this week. This is going to be an awakening week for you, where the new beginnings are you concentrating on your what your focuses are, what you've been created for. Like, your soul needs to come here to experience your stuff instead of having to put your hand up all the time to help everybody else. All right, Aries, so let's see what your more energy and intention I bring to my faith, the more fearless and free I am. And I think this is also coming in with that, your bottom of the deck card, which is the background energy. Your faith is who you believe is your savior, is your blessings in life. And your blessings are that you're going to feel that burden this week, and you're actually going to turn more towards your prayers, perhaps more connecting with something a bit larger than yourself, that you are here on a journey. And I mentioned that earlier on, you're on this journey, and Spirit wants you to understand that it's your journey. It's not being selfish. It's being reliable for yourself, using the energy and your initiative for yourself, more than having to always be everybody else's skivvy. And this faith here is that connection that you have. So take a moment to feel those guards around you, to feel your angels around you, to know that the universe has got your back here, and you can implement that into your life because you are hands-on in your own life. And I think that is where you will feel freer, when you let go of all of this. And then look at this. Oh, this is such a beautiful, beautiful sticker. So I'm picking stickers just to give you a little ending reading, and you've got, you are so beautiful. Now that is all because Spirit wants you to know you don't need anybody else's approval. It is all about your happiness and about where you are going, and that's your happy place. So that is what Spirit has brought you this week. Take charge, lift it up to yourself and into your passions, and take action for you this week. Lots of love to you, Aries. Take care. Hello, Leo. Welcome into your season, and it is your week to be abundant in your life. It's your week to find your purpose. It's your week to find your focus. So let's see what's coming through for you, Leo. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating this week. Loudly and proudly, to love, to have that realistic understanding of your life, that you can stand up and find the magic that you have. And this is going to be your focus oracle for the week. So let's see what your purpose is to live by, and what is your passions. And without expecting anything from anybody, let's find out what the meaning is to just be generous, to be a critical part of your life. And you've got thorns. Notice your weaknesses and vulnerabilities. Ooh, interesting. So you've got this beautiful fire rose in the background here, and you've got these intricate vines going in between. And this is so interesting because, as I said to you, what is your purpose? What is the abundance in your life? Are you constantly reinventing bits of yourself to be the purpose of others? Are you shining on your own? Are you using your energy to love what is in your life? Are you part of this bigger picture that's still trying to type in the thorns and find out what it is, and what is your weaknesses? That's actually an interesting card. I like that because not many of us think about our weaknesses. If you go for an interview with a job, they always go, so what are your down points? What are your thorns? And I think these little prickly things that protect us as well as hurt us are often unintentional in our lives. So, it can be your ego, it can be your shadow, it can be all sorts of bad habits in your life. And they have their place, because that is how you can, that, you are a human. And what I think you need to ask yourself this week for your focus is, where can you be softer with yourself? Where can you be sharper and more direct if you need to be with others, putting up boundaries? And how can you balance the love around yourself? Because the thorns can sometimes take over. So let's put that there. Let's see what your tarot cards come in to say. And I think your message this week comes in so easily with everybody else. It's so interesting because on my second note, I've done the earth signs, and I'm onto the fire signs now, and it seems to be the same theme this week. So maybe cosmically we've got this theme of no more. In fact, these eclipses have done that. We had the solar eclipse this last week, and we are going into a lunar eclipse towards the end of the month, but not this week coming up. But still, the energy is still around. I think that is also that big tick to say to us, what is it fundamentally that our purpose is, and how do we get through that? What makes us happy? So here, Leo, what is your happy place? Let's see what's coming up for you. All right, Leo, what is your focus for the next week? What are your possible challenges, and what are your blessings? So let's go focus, possible challenges, and possible blessings. You're happiest when you're creating something, though, expressing yourself and standing out and turning heads. That's what you love. So if that becomes an ego thing for you, you know that there's gonna be a couple of thorns in there, because that comes back to bite you. It needs to be for yourself and only for you. What is your focus this week? You've got the 8 of Cups. Now you can see in this card, there's a guy walking away from a whole lot of fallen over cups here, and there's a lot of water. Now cups are water, cups are your emotions. So what Spirit is saying to you here is, in this thorny, vulnerable side of you, there might be parts of you that are going on the surface, oh no, I'm okay, I'm all right, I'm turning heads, I'm standing out, I'm playing, I'm laughing, I'm living it up, I'm happily giving and receiving, you know, and I get compliments along the way. But there's this little thing inside of you that's saying, I'm still missing something. And you know, your shiniest self comes out when you're in love, when you're full of passion, and when you're sharing your light and your enthusiasm. And if you feel that this week there's just something not quite right for you, Spirit is saying to you, it's time to go and look for that. And what your possible challenge in that might be, that you get caught up in everybody else's nonsense. And this is the 5 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands is that energy of conflict, and everybody else is getting in your way, and it's that disruption, and that if there's needing to be a change and everybody's stopping you from changing, Spirit is saying to you here is the focus this week is to really focus back on your happy place, what you need to be enthusiastic about, that fills your cup, not anybody else's. That's interesting. And then what your possible blessings are, you've got the Magician. Now the Magician is a card to say to you, your hand, everything that you do is hands-on for you, Leo, for your life. So if you've got this life that you are trying to evolve for everybody else and make everybody else's cups full, and that becomes your weakness because you're wanting to get recognition from somebody to make your ego burn, or to make you feel, okay, I've done good. There's nothing wrong with doing good with others, but sometimes people can cross that boundary. Sometimes, you know, you might be helping too much at a school, or you might be the one that's always putting your hand up to pick up people from the airport, or you know, you are in a job and you've got way too much on your work desk because you're going, no, I can handle it, and then you get praise for it because you've done so well. But that eventually burns out. You are not a robot, you are a human being. So Spirit is saying, don't get caught up in that this week of wanting to make the peace. That's what I feel that this is saying to you. Don't get caught up in wanting to make the peace for everybody else, because your blessing is that you're going to realize, you've been encouraged to realize, should I say, that you are the creator of your own path. And this Magician has got a little wand up here connecting with his higher self, or her higher self, and she's implementing it into her life, and that is the cycle of life. And the bottom of the deck, you've got 6 of Pentacles. Now, I love that. Oh, gosh. Now, the bottom of the deck I love to bring in is the underlying energy. And this is the card to say, where are you giving too much and not receiving enough? Or where are you giving too much of what people don't need? And that could be the conflict here. Because, you know, when you do something nice for somebody, they go, oh, you didn't do it that way. Or, sort of gaslight you a little bit. So be careful of that this week. And I think if you just call it back to yourself, your blessing will be, sure, you know, I need to find my roses and to make myself happy. I'm not here to fulfill everybody else's cup. All right, Leo, let's see what the universe has for you. Leo, and you have, I find deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. Oh, that's so interesting, because to me, that fits in so nicely with the thorns. So when you're feeling this discomfort, you're finding yourself in a personal growth and finding where you fit and what your happy place is. That is awesome. Right, let's get to your last little message. And let's see what your encouraging message here is. And we have, oh, you had 3. I'm going to actually just take the first one I picked up. And we have, make the best out of sour situations. Positive pickle. Look at this little pickle. Positive pickle. Embrace, change, and focus on what you do have. So this is definitely coming in with your first card here to focus on. It's saying to you, embrace what you do have and put your everything into that. Stop worrying about everybody else's path. Find deeper meaning and personal growth in the midst of discomfort. If people are discomforted with you because you're now putting a boundary up, so be it. Give what you can and receive what you can. All right, Leo, have an awesome week, and I'll chat to you soon. Okay, Sergi, let's see what's coming in for you for the week. I'm going to be using this beautiful deck here as your focus card for the week. And let's see what your purpose is this week. You know, you like to be free. You like to share your wisdom for those who are willing to listen. And your wisdom often comes with a lot of kindness and deserves to be heard. So let's see what's coming in for you as your focus for the week. And you've got unity. We are all in this together. Oh, I love this because if you look at the card, it feels like you're in this whirlwind of flowers and leaves and just an explosion of unity. And this is exactly what you like. You like to be kind. You like to be heard. In order for you to be truly free, your soul needs to go through lots of experiences, and you need people for that. And you know, that purpose is to tell the great stories and to share that part of your life with others, and to continuously find things and people and situations that bring up these inspirations for you. So that's a lovely, lovely focus for you for the week. Let's see what your tarot cards have to say. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Unity. Unity. Oh, that's such a lovely card. I'm just like getting drawn into that little spiral in the middle there. Okay, so I'm drawing 3 cards today for you, Sagittarius. Your first one will be what your focus is, which is going to go with your Unity card. Then you're going to have possible challenges, and then your last card is going to be your possible blessings. So let's see what's coming in for the week for you, Saggies. And we have your focus. Oh, that's interesting. So you've got the 2 of Swords as your focus for the week. Now, what your happy place is, Saggies, is usually around exploring, growing, expanding, rising above your challenges that you set for yourself, and following your passions. Having that sort of belly curiosity. And you can fulfill your thirst with that because you love this freedom of the adventure. So that's your happy place. And when you let your instincts guide you, that's when you get led with joy. Now, this card is saying to you, what do you need to focus on? Is see how she's closing her eyes with the 2 cards there, the 2 of Swords. She's closing her eyes so that she can think differently. She can feel differently. Because sometimes, you know, when your eyes are open and you're making a decision, you're looking at people, you're reading things on social media, you're scrolling, and you get influenced. So your happy place might be taken away because now you're seeing an animal getting hurt, or you're seeing children getting hurt, or you're seeing an accident or something negative. But what you need to focus on is maybe going back within yourself, taking a pause, and perhaps using different senses in yourself to find out where your adventures are and where you can find that happy place again. And you see she's got a cup of tea there, and she's just going in with herself. She's closing her eyes, and she's actually using different senses inside herself to decide where she's going to be going next. And I think that is the unity that's coming in for you, because you can't get what's the word? You can't get unity and unify yourself around the world if outer experiences are pulling you back down, taking you out of your happy place. And what might your challenge be, Sagittarius? Oh, you've got the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords is that challenge. It's that truth of life. You know, you can't live without the truth. I mean, there's horrible things happening around the world, but your focus doesn't have to be on that always. So your challenge is to take yourself out of that. Perhaps find a bit more adventure. You see, you've got 2 Swords cards here. So your mind tells me that you're totally overactive this week coming up. So just watch your thoughts, because your thoughts can take you away from your happy place. And what are your possible blessings? Look at that. You've got another Swords card. But this page is saying to you, the page is a young energy. It's an energy of looking at something a different way. You see, she's trying to gossip to that person there, but you have the ability to change that. You have the ability to now go, okay, you know what, I've actually walked this path before. I'm now learning something different. Because when you analyze differently, when you're taking your time and you think about something differently, you're changing your whole mindset, you can come across a different way to think, rather than being the adult in the conversation. Like, this king is really stern. I mean, he is a person that is very serious and analytical. And you know what this could be? You could come across a person that is actually serious and analytical. I actually think this might be your challenge more than you. I think this is somebody that coming along, because the King of Swords is an archetype of a person who's very stoic and wants you to be a certain way and judges you and is diplomatic, and he's like a very, he thinks he's right kind of attitude. So maybe not diplomatic, but more of a diplomat. And the good side of this is that he does love his family. So if you've got having problems with your partner this week, just remember that you don't want to challenge them. You want to rather go into an energy of blessings, which may be out of sabotaging the situation. Be relaxing more and allowing yourself to be a bit more flexible and to reach your goals in a happy way. And I'm going to check the bottom of the deck because you can't only be swords. Thank you, Spirit. So you got the Major Arcana here, the Hanged Man. And what this is literally just seeing things differently. You can see he's on the roof. The whole card is upside down if you look at it that way. There he is on the roof looking at everything differently. And you've got the pictures upside down. Everything is a bit topsy-turvy. And that's what Spirit wants you to do. He wants you to get a little bit topsy-turvy. So you stand back and you don't allow your thoughts to take you down this road or anybody else around you to take you down this road. It's a week of unity, remember. So you need to be in unity with yourself. And the only way you can do that is if you do not let your thoughts run havoc. And this page here is saying you need to go on a different adventure with your thoughts to take you into a different zone. Not the same old way that you go down that rabbit hole. So that's all you need to do this week in order for mental health, in order for emotional enjoyment and what brings you joy in life. You are asked to just please check your thoughts, because those are the instincts that guide you. And if they're guiding you, they're leading you away from joy, you know what that does for you. It just becomes a turmoil. So Sagittarius, you being a fire sign, which is full of fire and enthusiasm, do not let your thoughts get the better of you this week. So let's see how the universe has your back. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Now, direction is your thoughts. Clear direction is the way that you see way forward. The moment you realign with love. So whatever's going on in your mind and that you are completely out of your happy place, Sagittarius, it is time for you to take time to pause, to do a bit of meditation, to not let anybody else around you interfere with anything other than you connecting with yourself. Right, and this person that's coming along here, this King of Swords, which will be an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, just watch out for them this week. That's going to be your challenge. Right, your little sticker for the week. You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. So don't let your thoughts take you anywhere that you shouldn't be. Find your happy place this week. And your happy place is away from your thoughts. All right, Saggies, take care and I'll chat to you soon. Have a good week.